hello. How are you? Welcome to Bemis Crafty Corner. I am Bema, better known as Els. And we are working on our pirate journal. But before we do that, I have to do this because I do it for her all the time. On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkled gold dust in your hair and diamond starlight in your eyes are blue. What? What? Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you. Hi, baby. Hi, honey. How are you? Hi, Miss Becky. What's up, Bex? You being good? Is she driving you nuts? I know she is. Get down. You got to get down. Come on, get down. Thank you. I love when he listens. All righty. I may have gone over the 17-second limit on that one. All right, so we are working on Pirate Journal. What? Oh, I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. I forgot to get your treats. I'll get them. What? That sounded like bad words, young man. Come on. In you go. Go on. Go on. Get in there. All righty. So, Pirate Journal. This one. Pirate Journal. All right, so we left off yesterday. We were kind of in a situation because I had run out of ephemera. But it's okay. Because I made more. All righty. So let's open this up. We had that in there because we put glue in here and we didn't want the glue to, you know what the glue does. It gets all over everything, makes a mess. It's just a disaster. Okay. Alrighty. All right, so let's go back and kind of look at what we've got thus far. So, play like a pirate. It's important. And we've got some writing space here. We've got a journal card. We've got a belly band that we put onto this one here. And we've got a really big journal card here, which I really like. And then, of course, we have a postcard in there. Little lace, because pirates were a little frilly. Then we got this one, which is actually a whole sheet. And we cut this. We printed it twice. And then we cut this part down so that we could line it up on here so that it matched perfectly, and then the pocket goes in. That way we didn't lose anything, and we still have plenty of writing space. Then we have this piece. We have our little clip that we have on here. Now, I still want to put something on the front of this. I'm just not sure what it's going to be. But I have an idea. Let me grab these. Where's the black one? Here it is. Let's put a big black pearl on there. And well, I'm gonna use some 3-in-1. Hello. Emerald, huh? You thinking emerald? Let's see if we have a big emerald. Let's get the box out. An emerald. Okay. Okay. All right, let's take a look in the box and see if we have a big emerald. Green. Okay. All right. Now, there's already sticky on the jewel, but I like to be double sure. All right, emerald it is. Number 45. Yep. All right, lid. Lid back on box. And we'll put that away. Close this up. Put it away. And then we're going to just let this dry. So we're going to set it up there. So then this folds out. And it gives us all this paper to write with. And then we have a little tuck up here with another piece of paper. And we have some pockets. And then a nice writing page with a tab. More writing space. And then this one up here, which is, a note in a bottle. And we have a little card tucked in. Lots of writing space. Turn it over. We have all of these tags stacked up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, which we have to work on, get those finished. It's also a big pocket here and then some writing space. So we still have to put something in here. So let's, we'll come back to this. We'll work on this page today. And then we have this one, which the reason we did this is because there was a hole in this page. It was torn and we wanted to kind of, cover that up. So we did. And then on the other side, to cover it, we used this big pocket and made a gigantic journal card. This sucker's huge. It is almost 8 inches tall. So that's in there. And then more writing space. Flip it to page. More writing space. This is what we did yesterday. And then we have a little journal card over here in a pocket, more writing space, another tab. And then this is the card we wanted to put in there, but I liked this one of the black pearl, so we put that in there as well. So, we have 2 in there. And then this is where we left off, but I want to go work on the tags here and the journal card for this. So we're going to do that. So let's get these out. And let's get a measurement of approximately what we're looking at here for our card. And I'm thinking probably about 7.5 inches by 5, 7.5 by 5. That'll be our base. We're going to go ahead and move this out of the way. Well, Paul. All right. So we're going to work on these tags today and a 7 by 5 journal card. Hi, Harry. All right. Do we have... we have a piece of cardstock anywhere. All right, so let me grab a piece of cardstock. All right, so we're going to go 5. That's 7, so we'll take 1.5 inches off. Let's dry fit. Perfect. Hello, Marie. All right, we're going to use the big corner rounder on this. I think I'm just going to try it. If I don't like it, it's okay. But it's a really big journal card, so I want to put a really big corner on it. Great, now I have that song stuck in my head. Would you suddenly appear every time you are near, just like me, taking close to you. Close to you. All right, now we're going to yeah, that's an earworm. All right, and I want it to be 7, so let's take off that, and cut that down to about there. All right. Now we'll get this the corner treatment. Oh, so I still have the bug. His mom was supposed to come get him yesterday, but she didn't. And then she called and said that she'd picked up some extra shifts at work. And so he's just going to stay with me for a couple of days. He'll be here through Sunday. Let's size it and see. Yes. Now ink. Could you just stand the hell up? Jeez Louise. All right. Do. 10 t-shirts for a pickleball team. 10 men, 10 women. That's good. That's good. It's good. Good. Do. And remember, just let it flow. Don't squeeze the bottle. Because it's full. He's full right now. All right, well adhered. Yeah, thank you. Now that's in my head. I love you, Marjorie. I'm not going to use the big one on this. Yeah, okay. I hate you. Inky dinky doo, inky dinky doo, inky dinky. I swear, Michelle's trying to irritate the crap out of me right now. She sent me a text yesterday. She bought a new pear tree. She's going to grow pears in the backyard. She already has a pear tree, but it's stopped producing, so she's kind of convinced that, it's past its prime. So she bought a new one. And then for next summer, she's planning on an artichoke forest. I know you're listening, woman. You can't grow crap here. This is the desert, okay? Like the desert. You really can't grow crap here. Oh, that was smart. Put it down on the tape. Dumb shit. Ta-da! All right, so now we're going to put this in. I like it because you can't see what he's doing until you pull it out. Now you know why the rum's all gone. All right, so now we're going to work on these. First inking. We're going to take a little off the bottom on this one because if I remember correctly, it sticks out at the top of the book. So let's take a little bit off. Just a little bit. Just to wiggle it. Just a little bit. Okay, sorry. Lost my mind there for a second. I'm going to round these corners just, a scant amount. Just to, take the edge off. Even if it's just a little, when you round the corners on a tag, it makes it easier to go in and out of the pocket. And then we're going to, this is kind of thin. And hello to everybody who's lurking this morning and hasn't said hello to us. We love you. I'm going to use the trimmer because I can. Oh, I'm going to hurt you, Marjorie. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to hurt you. I can't believe you did this to me. Ah. Vinyl. Ay, 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 ay. All right, so this one's pretty good. Down there, and tag. Ha ha. No ink. So I woke up Hubbard this morning. My daughter's best friend, her mom passed away last week, unexpected. Like, she was fine, everything was great, and then just she went over to her mom's house one morning, and her mom wasn't up yet, and her mom watches her daughters, and so she went in to wake up her mom, and her mom was gone. It's I don't even think they have a cause of death yet. But they're thinking possibly an aneurysm. And that's because like a year ago, they caught an aneurysm before it went, fatal. And this one's a little thin. Yeah, it'll be fine. We forgot to do the corners. We got to do the corners. So the all the kids, and by all the kids, I mean this group called well, I'm not monetized, I don't care. They have a club called Motherfuckers. And then all of the pirates and everybody else, like, they knew her mom. They were all good friends with her and everything. And so they're all going down for the funeral. And of course, she took a couple of days off earlier because she wanted to help her friend, with funeral arrangements and stuff like that. And so her check was a little short. So she calls this morning. Hello, Vanessa. So she calls this morning. So let me know why she didn't pick up the book. Morning, my love. No. And she says, I hate to ask, but. And I was like, what you need? And she's like, well, do you think there's any way that I could borrow $200 till next week? Because with everything going on, my check was a little short, and I got to get groceries. And I said, well, you're going to have to ask Pop on that one. because he manages the house accounts. And she was like, okay, well, whenever he gets up. And I said, no, hold on. I walked in the bedroom. He was awake. I went in the bedroom. I said, hey, Pop. And he goes, huh? And I said, Alex needs to talk to you. And he goes, okay. So she's on the phone. I'm holding it in the air. And I said, go ahead, Pop. Would it be okay if I borrowed like $200 till next week just to get some groceries? And he's like, 200? Are you sure you don't need 300? Like, are you sure? And she's like, no, 200 will do it. I know how to, make it work for a week out of budget. And yeah, she does. But, and he's like, okay. So I'll send you 3. You got to know, this is not her dad. Okay. She can't call her biological father and she can't call her adopted father and ask for money. Neither one of them would give it to her. She knows it. She can't call either one of them and say, hey, my car's broke down. I need to borrow your vehicle. None of them. But her stepdad loves and adores her and gives her anything she wants. And I love him for that. Actually, 2 of our kids we will do anything for, and that is because both of them make it a point to pay us back for whatever it is that we do for them during the year when they get their taxes. Like, we're the first thing they do. The other one's not so much. Hi, Michelle. So he just got up, and as he was meandering out the door, he stopped at the computer. 300. Should I send more? No, she only wanted 2, and you're already sending her 3. Calm the hell down. All right, where's that other bag? Here's the bag. Okay, so we need this bag because this bag is the bag that's got, like, the scrappy stuff in it. So let's see. Is this? This will just fit. I'm going to do it. I thought I might have cut this down too short, but I didn't. Where's the ball? There's the ball. Okay, here we go. I mean, it's kind of funny because, like, when she got married, all 3 of her dads were here. And she went, Dad, and all of them immediately went to their wallets. But they were prepared for it. You know what I mean? Like, they all had the extra money and they were all ready to go. But her stepdad is the only one that, like, always has milk money put away. I need my fan. I'm sitting here sweating going, why am I not? The fan's not on. I need my fan, my biggest fan. Okay. Oh, Marjorie, I'm going to hurt you for this one. It's in there. But her stepdad, she called one day right after she bought her house. This was a few years back. But she called because the spring on her garage door went out. So she couldn't get her garage door open. And at the time, her car and her husband's motorcycle were both in the garage. And she could not get them out. And Pop is like, don't worry, I got you, babe. Because she called for her home warranty. This one just ticked me off. So she bought a house. So she bought this house, right? And this was probably maybe 9 months after she bought the house that this happened. And the house, they sold her this house, this home warranty, which only covers the first year that you're in the house. And, they parade this thing as, well, if there's anything that's unforeseen or anything major happens, we'll come out and fix it for a flat fee. So when the garage door went out, she called a couple of garage door places, and they were like anywhere from $800 to $1,500, depending upon, what kind of work it needed. I think we're going to put this on the blank one, right? Because, it's blank. And so she, she did what she was supposed to do. She calls the come here, you. She calls the places that do the repair, and then she calls the home warranty, and she submits the 3 estimates for the work that needs to be done, yada, 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 yada. And then her home warranty comes back and says that they don't service warranties in her area. Excuse me? How did this home warranty get sold to her if they don't service home warranties in her area? So, this looks like caca. I don't like it. I'm going to figure this out because I don't like it. We're just going to do what I always do. We're just going to keep throwing shit at it until we like it. Or we throw it away, one or the other. So she goes into total meltdown, or as we like to call it, it's the end of the world as we know it. Which I kind of get. I would be really pissed off myself if they sold me a warranty for my house for me to only find out that they don't service warranties in that area. So, needless to say, yeah. I'm going to cut this off and then just, because I don't like that. I see, it's one of those things where they put the little crap at the top and just, Let's redo that. We'll overly ink the shit out of it, blend it in. So Pop goes, don't worry about it. I'll be there shortly. He goes over, and with him and her husband was out of town at the time. Because he's a truck driver. He's gone a couple of days a week. Depending upon where he's taking the load, because he hauls heavy load. And So those drivers that you see out on the highway that they have the escort vehicles and they say heavy load or oversized load, that's what he hauls. Not fun, but he was on the road, so she's there by herself. It's her, the kids, her partner. And like I said, her husband's on the road, and so Hubbard goes over and he gets a friend, one of my adopted kids came over, and so we had my husband, the adopted kid, the partner, and 4 of my grandchildren, and he had gone to the hardware store and he bought the spring she needed, one of those big, huge springs that go on your garage door. And so one of the guys is at the bottom. He's hooked the spring and he's holding it where it needs to be. They've got the kids hanging on the garage door to hold it. And then they're pulling with a bar, trying to get the hook on the top of the garage. It's just hysterical. But he went over and he fixed it. He fixed it. That's not what I want. There's a piece in here that I want. Where is it? It's going to be connected to something, because I haven't cut it out yet. Those are not it. That's not what I'm looking for. Aha! I found it. Okay. Sorry, I'm fussy cutting. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I should. Sort of thinking maybe I should ink this in blue. Nope. We're inking it in brown just like everything else, because we want it to look worn and old, and I don't know. We're just doing it. So yeah, so she went over and did that. And so he goes over there and he fixes the garage door for like $200 for the spring. And she's like, well, how much was the spring? And he's like, I don't know. Well, where'd you get it? I don't remember. It's kind of his answers to her, And she knows it. She knows that he loves her, and she knows that he will do anything for her. All right, now we figure out what we're doing with this one. Still don't like that one, but it's going in anyway. Let's test my patience. Maybe I should use the little scissors here. No, that takes the fun out of it. Screw it. There we go. Okay, here we go. Slinky dinky, inky dinky doo. The crow's nest. We shall place upon here the crow's nest. Too big of a ship, just the crow's nest. Right back to go. Little bit of glue on the tips up here. And let's see. I need something. Where is it? I don't know. I'll find it. There it is. Oh, got it. Whoa. Mm-hmm. My head is killing me, guys. You wish. L's is short for my full name, which people automatically think is Elizabeth, which kind of in a way is. But it's not. All right, we're putting that on there. It's the crow's nest, so we're putting on some rope. I know this has to go in a slot, so I don't want to put too much on it, but and I'm going to press this down as much as possible and make it as flat as possible. So I used very thin twine. Okay. Hi, Maury! See, I love you guys. You're all in here helping each other out and shit. I love it. All right. Let's get this baby over here. All right, so that was the one that was kind of sticking out. We kind of cut it down a little bit. And I think it's still going to stick out, but not as bad. And this one went in here. Nope, this one. Yeah, because it was a shorter one. And then this one. This one, which I think goes down here. And then this one. Oh, does it really matter? This one's going to go in here. All right. Good enough. Yes? Okay. They're in there. All right. Turning. This is the page we're on. Oh, this is dry. Let's put it back on. Yeah, let's get that back on there. All right, what do you think? Is that good, Marjorie? Nice emerald. Up against the other stones. All right, here we go. Flipping back. This is where we're at. Okay. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I hate you. I hate you, and I hate Michelle for her avocado forest. Now, seriously, she just tells me about it so she can irritate the crap out of me that she can grow stuff and I can't. I always grew up with a garden, and you can't grow shit in the desert. You just can't. It's like palm trees, cactuses, other types of succulents. That's your limit. And anything else, very few. Like, I can grow oleander, but who the hell wants, spider bushes? Oh, it does kind of look a little bit like a face, doesn't it? In a weird kind of way. Like, here's a lip, and the top lip, and the nose. Yeah, it does kind of look a little bit like, yeah. I know you love me. That's what Michelle says too. Then she sends me pictures. Oh my God. Look what I grew. One of these days I'm going to go up to her house. When she's not looking, I'm going to go stomp in her garden on the sidewalk, Yeah. Nope. Not time for the eye exam just yet. I got to tell you guys, I look like somebody beat the living crap out of me. I did not realize it until I really sat down and looked at it. I think it was the night before last. I have like 4 big purple bruises about the size of 50-cent pieces on my inside of my left thigh. The whole back of my left leg is covered in like green and purple bruises from like pulling my suitcase and having it hit me in the leg. I'm like, there's no way. I have a doctor's appointment next week. This is not going to be good because they're going to be like, Because they always ask that damn question. Do you feel safe in your home? I'm waiting for one of these days for my husband to go, hell no, I live with a crazy woman. Save me. All right, so I have this ticket. And so what I want to do is I want to turn the ticket into a tuck up here so that I can put this in. So we're going to turn this into a tucky. Oh. Guess what? I gotta tell you guys, he's so proud of himself. He looks like the guy from the Goonies. You're right. Okay, so we have a little tucky right here. See? So we tucky this thing in. I've only got glue about halfway there and then all the way down on this side so that it kind of sets in. So let me see if I can even find them. I think they might be in my phone. So 2 years ago, my ex-husband sold his trailer here in Vegas, and he moved to back down to Arizona. Well, he owed me a little over probably $4,000. And so he didn't have the money to pay for it. So we made an agreement. Something that I knew Mike kind of had his eye on, and that would give Mike something to do. It's an old, I think it's a 1978 Honda Goldwing Interstate 1100. When he bought it, my ex-husband, when he originally got it, it ran. But for some reason, he let somebody do some work on it. The guy cut a bunch of the electrical lines on it. He cut the fuel lines on it. He ripped the carburetor off, lost parts to it. And basically it had been sitting in his yard for about 3 years. It was so bad there was grass growing in the exhaust system. So Hubbard brought it home, and this is one of those bikes that actually has a fender that goes around the back, and it's got a trailer hitch on it. It's got all the hookups for sidecar and everything. This is the big Goldwing. This is a classic vehicle. As a matter of fact, it is the exact same one that guy took that 50,000 mile trip around the world on. It's got saddlebags. It's got a big saddlebag in the back. It's got the double seat with the seat backs and the whole 9 yards. Okay. Hi, Chris. So Hubbard brought it home, and him and the bug started stripping the bike down. Now, it had 2 flat tires that were flat. I mean, literally flat on one side. So it took 3 people to push it into the backyard. My daughter had to take her truck and go over and pick it up with a flatbed trailer, not her motorcycle trailer, because you couldn't put it on the motorcycle trailer. It had to go on a flatbed trailer on its side, and they hauled it over here. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's pretty rough. Now, it no longer has exhaust on it. It doesn't have this back piece on it. There's Hubbard they took this, him and Buggy took off. This is the trailer where it tows a trailer. It's got a trailer hitch on it and everything. This is where they're taking off the exhausts, and this is where it sits now. So Hubbard's been working on this thing for like 2 years, and it's very sad because, you know, it's a classic. The bike is a classic. It's very hard to find parts for it. It's taken us 3 carburetors to build one. Yeah, they're beautiful. And they're gorgeous. This is the 1100 Interstate. Very rare, single owner, because my ex-husband never put the title in his name. So the original title was still in the guy who bought it. So we found that out when we did the title search because there was no title on it. But my ex-husband did have a bill of sale for it. He just didn't have the title changed over. So we were able to use the bill of sale, a notarized letter from my ex-husband, and the original, all the original paperwork and everything to get the title on it. Now we have a title on it. So Mike's only the second owner of the bike. And the guy bought it brand new in 1978. Mike got it to turn over the other night before last. Buggy comes in and goes, Pop wants you in the garage. And I'm thinking, oh, God. I ran out there and he goes, ready? And I said, what? He goes, we're going to try it. I said, okay, go for it. And he hit the starter button and it went, it will not run, but the starter's turning over, the engine's cranking. It's not going to run because it doesn't have any gas, because the gas tank is just gross. We need to take the gas tank off. We're going to clean it. We need to put all the bearings into it and just put it on the shaker and get all the inside cleaned up. But it's a pain in the ass because it's not the gas tank. This is not the gas tank on this bike. The gas tank is down in the frame. This is just cosmetic to look like a gas tank, but it's not really the gas tank. So he has to like pull that out, and it's under a bunch of wiring and everything. So, but it lives. It made noise all on its own. Mike is a master mechanic. Like, I've never seen anything on a car the man couldn't fix, but he's never, not once in his life has he ever worked on a motorcycle. So he's literally doing this and learning at the same time. And the fact that he got it to crank was impressive. Yes, I'm going to let you out by your daddy. Because you asked very nicely that time. There you go. Now, here's the thing. He's not actually building it for himself. He's building it for me. I used to ride a Harley, and I can't do that anymore. I've got arthritis in my knees. I've got carpal tunnel in my hands. I have arthritis in one of my shoulders. I have rheumatoid arthritis. And so I can't do it anymore. Why? Well, this bike will stand up on its own because it's got all the extra stuff on it. Because it's got the trailer and everything. Oh, did Buggy tell you? When we were out in Flagstaff, we found a vintage motorcycle trailer. Pop-up trailer. If I'd had a trailer hitch on my car.
Did you get pictures?
I did not. But I figured maybe one of these weekends when you're off, we could take a ride down, take a look. It was really cool, though. But it was like a pale white, kind of a creamy color. So it would definitely need to be painted to match the bike. But it's under the tow weight, I'll tell you that. 2-wheel, fantastic. Vintage. It might actually be too old for the bike, though. For the date. So we'd have to look. All right, so let's move on. What are we going to do on this side? I think I really want to use this pocket, guys, and it's upside freaking down. Who did this? I know who did it, but I got to get it out of here because every time I see it, I'm like, I want to use that, but I can't. I can't. Now, we do have this little pocket that I did, and it's a flipper-upper. So,
wait.
Maybe we'll do it down here. I don't know. We'll think about it. We're thinking. Let me get rid of a little bulk here. See, my dad has every single one of them. Every gold wing ever made, my dad owns. And I'm pretty sure they're all just sitting in his garage right now in his shed. I know he still rides them occasionally. He's got an RV, and I think he occasionally puts them on the trailer and takes them when he goes with his RV, and then he uses the bike to run around town. But the Snatch he's married to, she doesn't like it anymore. She used to ride on it with him, but now that she's gotten older, she doesn't want to get on the bike with him. Which is probably a good thing. Because if I ever went back and rode with him, I would probably push her off of it. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. You have rice rockets? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're a Honda, Harley, Triumph family around here. An Indian too. My son-in-law has an Indian. Used to have a Honda, then he got a Harley, then he traded the Harley in for the Indian, or was it a Triumph and then the Indian? It was Harley then the Indian. My daughter learned to ride on a Harley. My uncle, about 10 years ago, tried to give me his police special, which was an old Harley shovel. And I did not want to ride it 3,000 miles to get it out here. And at the time, I did not want to. I was like, I'll fly out, pick the bike up, and ride it back. Trying to get it sent on a train was ridiculous. Trying to have it shipped in a truck, there was like, they didn't want to. It would had to have gone into a wood crate and then be put on the truck. And the insurance to guarantee that it would get 3,000 miles in one piece and not get stolen, basically, was astronomical. And so at that point, I had to pass on the bike, which I felt really shitty about because I'm pretty sure he basically built it for me. Because even though it was a bigger bike, he either built it for me or he built it for my mother. Even though it was a bigger bike, I'm reasonably certain that he built it because he knew that it would be more comfortable for us. And I kind of felt like shit, but I did not go get that bike. My uncle was kind of a father to me. My own dad, not so much. But my Uncle Bill definitely was. You know, yeah, I know. Get one of the new trikes. The new trikes?
Or reverse trike.
Or, no. Get one of the new trikes. Because they are so nice now. Those new spider trikes. Oh my God, they're so... The guy that lives a couple of doors down from us, an older guy, he has one. And I was talking to him about it one day. And he has it because his wife couldn't take the vibration of his other bike anymore. So she didn't want to ever go for rides with him. So he bought that so that she would be more comfortable on the back and they could take rides. And he says she loves it. And he loves it. And he's got it out just about every damn weekend. For a bike, very quiet. Very, very quiet. And I'm pretty sure that's an 1100 that he's got. Could be an 850, but I would think 11 to haul it. But yeah. But he loves the damn thing. And she loves it. And he loves her, and that's all he cares. You know, he wants her to be happy. There. Now, we can't flip this up when this is in because of the tab. But, you know, we'll live with it. All right, so let's put some hoosey-woosies on here. Okay, here we go. Again, I have a piece of plastic that I put on the back just to keep the sticker from, you know, getting screwed up. And if you have clear glue, you could use glue on the back of this as well. You know, if you have the glue that dries clear. Yeah, I rode one once, and it just, and the seat is so freaking nice. The passenger seat in the back, because you're surrounded by that whole trunk area, and it's just, it's like sitting in a pillow. And because, you know, the engine is so far disconnected, you don't get as much vibration through it. It's just fantastic. I love them. Okay, that's enough. Maybe we could put this in right by putting it upside down. What would we do with it? I don't know. So mad because I really love this. But seriously, the ships are upside down. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. Yes, I'm telling you, those spiders, they're nice. They're nice. For us old girls, they're nice. I thought about it for a while for when, before I turned it, I was going to turn in my Harley and get one of those spiders so my mom could ride it. Because my mom kind of missed, you know, towards the end of her life. I don't like this. We got to figure out something to do with it because I don't really like it. Like, I get it. It sort of looks like an old dirty map. And that's why we put it in here. But it's not like, I don't want to like stare at it. You know what I mean? And then the other side of this page is just, wow, we got to fix that. Okay. I'm going to reduce the load here a little bit and get this part and put it over here out of the way. There we go. Stay. Then we just have to work with this part. So now we're not as bulky. We've come to that point. It's not just that. Look, this is north, south, east, west. So it's cockeyed. And then all the ships are upside down. All the words are upside down. Just irritating. And I used to be able to, when I had Word, I used to be able to like take one end and put it over and it would just automatically flip the image. But right now I'm trying to do it in Google Docs and there's no way to do it. I wonder if I can do it. I don't know that I can do it here, but we're going to find out. Let's find out. Yes, I know. You're not responding. Come up here. All right, let's see if we can put an image in here. If we can do this. Let's see. Oh, going here, there. Here. No. There. No. No. This one. All right, let's see. We're going to see if I can flip this. Oh. Nope. Nope. It's not going to let me flip it. Well, the back is white. Just printed on cardstock. But like I used to be able to take and flip the image, but it's not letting me flip the image. See, this looks right. Because you can see all the ships and stuff, but when you turn it this way, you can tell that the ships are upside down. North is here, south is there. It's fuckered up. Okay, I'm good now. I'm good now. Okay, we're better. I'm better. Ish. Shoosh. Oh, Marjorie, I hate you. I thought about it, like putting it this way on the page to kind of cover that up. But then it looks silly because all of the stuff goes sideways. And yes, I could probably use it and put something on it and cover it. And I don't know. Just go over there for now. I don't want to deal with you. All right. I'm going to take this and make it square because I like that look better than, pokey. Oh, I can't believe my babies have to go back to school in like 2 weeks. Matter of fact, Bug next week does his orientation for school. Why? Like, there has not been enough time to play with Bima this summer. Stupid school. All right, so now we have to put something in this. We need a journal card. Do we have a journal card to go in here? Not really. What we have are a bunch of little journal cards. We need a big journal card, which means we need one of these or one of the postcards. Let's see what we got in the postcards. See if there's anything in there we want to use. We've got a lot of them. This one, we don't want that one. Oh. Well, you're cute. You're charming. We already used the octopus. We already used black pearl. We do not want that one. What is that? Just a piece of paper. Okay. Ooh. We do a tag out of this. Let's trim this up and make a tag. Shall we? Shall we? We shall. Let's make us a tag. Damn, I'm good. Okay, let's see. Let's see how this looks. Perfection. Okay. Round the bottoms. We're gonna do on the do that you I'm gonna kill you, Marjorie. Right there. Just a little bit. There we go. Okay. I'm better now. I'm like looking for the thing. Where is it? You ain't bang your face, stupid. Okay. Well, sometimes you just have to throw some shit away. Okay. Take it over. I hate you. Okay. I'll do something else in my head. Where's Christine this morning? Changes completely first thing when she comes home every week. Otherwise, try to home like 3 for a year. Can't keep it from that. Yeah, that's hard. It's hard. My daughter just had a dog and all-out dog brawl at her house this morning. She was telling me on the phone. All right. I'm going to put top in this. So I have to get down the Arlene box. Okay. The Arlene box. That's all there is of that. It might be the last of my black. Oh, I'm going to have to go to modern. Ew. I'm more vintage. Okay. So we put this in there. 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 Get in the hole. I should have used a smaller hole for this, but I wasn't planning it when I put the hole in. But now I'm planning it. Right like that. And then let's get this. Hold your ears. This one is the hole punch, and the other one I have is just the hole punch, the one that I found. But still, shit. These things are workhorses. They never die. I've had this for years. I don't know what I would do without it. I would be like lost. Oh, beautiful. Thanks, Bex. All right, so what are we going to do here? So we have to look. We just did lace on the page prior to this, so we don't want to do that. But I think we'll do some washi on this one. Let's see, what's something we haven't used recently? I don't know, get the freaking bin out here so we can see what we've got. Like this one. We'll use this one in a little bit. It's our pirate washi. We're going to use this one. Okay, so we got that. But we all know I'm not an advocate of stick glue. But if you're going to buy a stick glue, this one. Seriously. And I love me a good brayer, you know? I do. I do, I do, I do. I love you, Bex. But it's still in there. I have a migraine and now I have a ear where okay, this page needs a little love. Let's give it a little love. So I made a whole bunch of these yesterday because, well, we needed them. So I just sat here and threw a bunch of pieces together. So I don't even know what half of these look like, but we're going to play with them. Because this is what happens when I put these things together and I'm doing something else, like playing Wizard 101, which I was playing last night for about an hour and a half. Until I finally went, I'm good, I can't get my eyes open. And Hubbard said, go to bed. And then he was so cute because I went in there and I was in bed so fast. He came in to turn down the bed for me because he always does. He comes in every night. He turns down the bed. He turns on my fan, puts my nightlight on, and he turns down the bed. Puts my body pillow in place. So I can just jump into bed, pull my body pillow up, blanket's done. And so, yeah. He comes in like I was already in that bed. I was already in that bed. I was already snuggled up and I was going to sleep. I was so tired. And he was just like, oh, I was coming in to turn your bed down. I was like, no, go away. I'm already in the bed.
All right, puppy, let's go.
Take his dog and get the hell out. I was just like, gone. All right. So now we figure out how to get rid of these marks. When I dry my paper, I dry it on tulle, so I don't do this. This is not my paper. Thank you. It's a pretty tag. Yeah. I'm bored. Sometimes I'll pull a good one out, you know? Every now and then I'll just pull a good one out of my butt. Who knows? No. Like I want to use washi tape, but I don't know which one I want to use. Definitely not. It's possible. Possible maybe. I got washi tape over here for 3 projects, so forgive me. We're not putting carrots in this journal. Okay. All right, so what I'm thinking, I don't know. Yeah, I never, yeah. I don't know where it came from. All right. I'm thinking. Let me see what we got. We're going to try some of this. Okay. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm going to get out the trimmer. Let's try trimming the edge of this just to give it that funky appearance. Okay, it works if I go really quick, really fast. I can get it off of there. All right. Okay, we got it. We got it. Here we go. Get this down. All right, now let's ink this puppy. La 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 la. Okay. Hi, Aurora. All right. Okay, I'm going to take this out real quick. There, that's better. That's a mo better. We're going to glue this down. I'm just using this one because it has the applicator. And then I'll go around and get the edges with my regular glue. Right there. So what are you up to today, Aurora? What you doing, babe? Okay. There. Over to about there. I have to be really careful because this paper is very thin. So no matter what I do over the top of it, until the glue dries, I have to be very careful. Otherwise I get, schmookies. And I don't mind schmookies, but, some people don't like schmookies. I don't mind schmookies. But some people don't like schmookies.
Oh, Douglas?
This needs a little love.
Hello? Is this Douglas? Hey, Douglas, this is Mike with Cox Business Support calling on a recorded line. How you doing today, kind sir? Oh, it's another fun-filled day, my friend. Never the same thing twice, ever, honestly. The fun of tech support. So, hey,
Okay, I like
kind of
that.
your ticket come across my desk. I'm reading through this, and I'm getting a little bit of conflicting information. Is this fixed at this point, or? Okay, and that was my concern because I saw different notes
see.
about different things.
Let me get this down.
Work orders, and then I did see that someone was out there by 9:30. I wanted to make sure that it was all set for you. Okay, well, fantastic. All right, awesome. In that case, with your permission, is it all right to move forward with closing this here ticket? Awesome. Thank you so much, Douglas. I really appreciate the assist on this. And you too, sir. Have yourself a fantastic day now. Thank you. My pleasure. Bye-bye.
Okay, no. One of these days, I'm going to get these all organized. Just don't expect it anytime soon. Okay. Ooh, put that back. All right, we got that. Let's put this away. just found a very nice mystery tackle box that does not belong to our sister-in-law or our son. No idea where it came from. Manna from heaven. Going with the bags. Okay. All right. So now we have this. I will give you this. If I can offer any advice to somebody who's making a junk journal or journal, because like I hate using the word junk journal because I don't make junk journals. I make journals. But if I can give you any advice, don't get yourself into a position where you're very narrowly looking at what's going into that piece, that the project that you're working on. Look through your whole stash. There may not be fabulous amounts of stuff, but you may find just the one piece that you're like, that's the piece. Because to me, see, I'm envisioning this like as the warrant. You know, they used to issue those warrants for pirates. And so I'm kind of saying like, this could be that warrant. And so it would have a seal on it because it would be an official thing. You know, it would have a seal. So I've put a seal on this. Probably would have had ribbon on it, but I don't want ribbon coming out of the bottom of the page. So we're not doing that. But don't limit yourself on what you use. Don't go, well, these are the things that I have for this journal or for this project, and that's what I'm going to use, because sometimes you need to go outside of that. I'm just saying. Now, I'm going to be looking in here because I want to see if I have anything that I would like to put on this page. What are these? Oh, I know what those are. Okay, not what I'm looking for. I'm just saying, don't get yourself like tunnel vision with this stuff. Spread out and look at what what your possibilities are, because you may find that you weren't looking for that or you didn't think that would work, and then it turns out to be the perfect thing. Zombie dolls are not going to work for this one. Neither are nuns. Oh, I love that movie. I do. I love that movie. Okay, so this is still a little wet and you've got some glue exposed. So I'm going to be doing the covering up. And I'm going to be putting this to the side. We're going to come back to this tomorrow. We got like a half page here and 2. We got 3.5 pages done. That's pretty good. She's starting to look pretty beefy. We are not quite to the halfway point yet. This is our halfway point. So we still have 1, 2, 3 pages to do before we get to our halfway point. And then we have the rest of this to do. And then we're going to decide whether or not we're going to extend the spine on the book, which I think at this point we're going to. All right, so tonight, craft with me. I'm going to be kind of experimenting with some things for upcoming monthly, quarterly projects and Patreon projects. Because I have an idea in my itty bitty head that I'm trying to get, onto paper. So we are going to see about that. And we'll be back tomorrow to work on this. Zip things up so that, stuff doesn't fall out. But we are going to be looking at whether or not we want to extend the spine, which I think we're going to at this point. I think that is going to be a definite need. And then, let's see. We'll put these away. We don't need those at the moment. And we're going to put our leads box away. I do have a couple of tags and things to finish up tomorrow. As far as, putting the tops on them and things. So we're doing that. Okay. So I'm just going to move this down to the left over here for the moment. Get out of the way. All right. So I spent yesterday evening, gutting those books that I got on the trip. One of them I have not gutted yet, and that would be the other one of these. But I did gut the other one, the other 2. So now I have 3 new pages that I can put in my, things. And so I had a suggestion from somebody that I should do. I should put in my shop just blank journals. Like, 2 or 3 signatures, but stitch in the signatures into the book. And then, let people work from there. I don't know that I want to stitch the signatures in. You know what I mean? Like maybe do the holes, but not stitch them in because sometimes people want to work away from it. So I don't know. But I think these are definitely going to be going in my next journal paper kit. For anybody who bought the kit for the class, let me know too. You guys are kind of the experiment on that. Let me know if you think that is a worthwhile product to put into the shop to have available for people to buy. That's got the cover and all the other stuff. Let me know. But yeah, I cut all those out last night. Gutted all those books. Got a lot of signature pages out of it. And totally put those in the wrong drawer. Hold on, let me move them to their correct drawer. Because I have drawers that are like, regular paper, but I have drawers that are like full of this kind of stuff, ledgers and things. And these go in with the ledgers because they're that kind of paper. All right, so we're going to hang out tonight. We're going to do some stuff. I'm going to be looking at the quarterly projects because I have an idea in my head, but I want to get it kind of worked out and figure out what I have to put in it to have it ready to go. You know what I mean? So I got to work on it. How do I store 19 by 25s? I fold them in half. Not going to lie. I fold them in half. I don't like heavy crease them. I just kind of fold them in half, like fold them over, and then loosely stand them up and use like bookmarks or book edges or something on the bottoms of them so that the tops aren't totally compacted down. But yeah, I fold them in half because they're a pain in the ass. The only other way you can store those is if you have like a drawer, like a full-size drawer, you can lay them on the bottom. Now, I also know somebody who puts them on professional cookie sheets, the big, long cookie sheets, puts them on the cookie sheets and then stacks them by color on top of their filing cabinets, on top of their cabinets. So, but yeah, for me, like the big pages that I'm using in this journal, basically I kind of just loosely fold them over and then use bookends on the bottoms, on the open side, so that it doesn't put a permanent crease in the top piece, or just commit to the crease. Commit. Okay. Yeah, so I cut this out. I gutted this one. Don't you know? I put the exact same cut in it. Hello. I don't know how. I don't even know why. But I still have to get this tape. And it's got to be 3.5 inches. So I have to get some 3.5-inch burgundy tape. I'm going to have to figure out if I can get that. Probably through Amazon I can get it. No problem. To redo this. Or I'm going to have to get some burgundy fabric, in which case, I'm going to lose all of this, but I don't care. But because I can actually redo this. I have stickers. So I'm going to see if I can find some 3.5-inch burgundy tape, and then we can redo this and, widen out our spine a little bit. Might be able to just get some narrower tape and just do the spine and leave that the way it is. But I still got to get rid of this. That's going to be a pain in the ass, but I'm going to get rid of it so I can use these. $1,800 newspapers and you don't want to fold them. Yeah. Flat. Lay them flat. You got to find some place like if yeah, the old newspapers, they're kind of a pain in the ass. The only thing I can think of is, try to find a tray that's big enough, or, like a piece of wood or something that you can use as a shelf to lay them flat. The other thing you can do is, if you have the space, hang them over something. Like where the fold is, hang it over like a rack, like they're already folded in half, right? Because it's newspaper. So the newspaper's folded in half. And then it probably somewhere along here has that middle fold, where they would fold it in half. Hang that over a hanger. Try putting it over a hanger and hanging it in the closet. See if that's long enough. If it's not, get one of those slide-on hangers, you know, like for pants that you just slide it on, use those. Those would be my 2 suggestions for something like that that's that old. And I would put like tissue paper, then the newspaper, and then a piece of tissue paper over the top of it.
Just another fun-filled day. Yeehaw.
And only white tissue paper. Don't use the color because the color will off gas and it will discolor your newspaper. Okay. All right. So let's take a look. What do we got going on? Ladies, we have things. I have not put it in there yet, but I will. So we have the current the current challenge number 14 of our Projects of 26 challenge is a tag using some kind of a stencil. You can do whatever you want with the stencil. Make the tag into the stencil. I don't know, but that. Also, I'm going to be putting it in the Facebook group. If you are not on Facebook and you'd like to participate, just contact myself or you know, Arlene or well, any one of the mods, and they will put it in for you. We're going to be doing an embossing swap where we're going to take paper, run it through embossing folders that we have, probably somewhere between 5 and 10 sheets, and then we're going to send it to somebody else so that they can use it in their crafting, and maybe they don't have that embossing folder, so they're going to get, you know, something they don't have. I like to do these kinds of swaps because then if it's like, then you can like go, hey, you know, I'll pay for the shipping and stuff, and if you'll make me like 10 of those, whatever, you know, because we get to share things. So the sign up for that is going to end on the 31st. And I'm going to list the partners on the 30th, on the 1st of August. Also, the traveling journal, the sign up for that is going to end on the 31st of this month. I do have Mari, I have Chris, I have Vanessa, I have Margaret, I have Marjorie and Becky, I have Patty Ann, I have Deborah, and I have Marie, all participating in the traveling journal. If you want to participate, make sure that you let me know, preferably in an email or an instant message, but you can do it here and understand that when you say you want to participate, you're giving me permission to share your shipping information with everybody else that's on this list. So if you're hiding from one of these people, you know. Also, today is Thursday. This Saturday, we are going to be here, and we're going to be doing week 4B. Okay, so it's 4B, and we're going to be doing more ephemera. We're going to be talking about labels, page toppers, and edges. Okay, so we're going to be doing those. So there's a whole list of stuff. If you need a copy of this syllabus, you can get that by going down to the very bottom of the description. There's actually a link to the Google Drive where you can grab a copy of the syllabus so that you know what's going on in the class. It is a totally free class. You do not need to buy anything to participate. You don't need to pay anything to participate. You can use all of your own stuff. If you haven't, you know, been participating, you can go back and look. We get together every Saturday at 11 a.m. my time. That's 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 12, 1, and 2 across the country. And every week we're together for about 2 to 3 hours. And we kind of go over each different step of building and creating your own journal. And then you get like a week, sometimes 2 weeks, to like complete. If you have questions, you're free to ask me at any time. My email address is in the description box if you go down there. So if you don't have my email, it's in the description. You can email me. You can send me pictures. You can go, hey, can we FaceTime so I can show you this? And I'll go, yeah, sure, we'll do that. So we'll be doing all of that kind of stuff. And then I don't know, I might give you an extra week this time too. Last time we did clusters. We're going to kind of touch back on those again because I know some people are having a really hard time with them. So we're going to go back and touch on them again, and we're just going to play. Okay. It really is just kind of a mindless thing, but it's hard to explain it. So it's hard to understand it, but it's just put together, you know? So we're going to be doing that. What else have we got going on? I've got maybe 2 weeks left on this pirate journal, and then we're going to go back in. I have quite a few things that we're going to be putting in that I'm trying to kind of grab, you know, that I'm setting Like I have some that are like I have everything I need to make them, but some of them I don't. So I'm working on putting together Phantom of the Opera. I am working on putting together a new grimoire, uh, a Wicked journal, and we're trying to kind of feel out the topic of masquerade. So, lots of stuff. So if you have any ideas or suggestions for journal topics and themes, let me know. All right, so that's it. That's all I got. Listen, if you're new here and you haven't done so already, why not? Push the button. Unless you got some kind of buzzer on your button, which sounds kind of bad, there's no reason for you not to push the button. Push the button. Push it. Push it. Take this little finger or this one or this one or this one. I don't care. Use your thumb. Press. Well, it would probably be this one because most of us are right-handed and we have to hit the left, But, just whatever. Use a pencil. I don't care. But push the thing that makes the button go and hang out, because if we haven't scared you off, welcome to the tribe. This is your family. But yeah, you can do that. Also, you can find out what's going on in my world by checking out my YouTube channel here in the comments or the posts or whatever they call it, or my Facebook group. Either one of those is going to give you a list of my schedule. That's when I'm live and when I release videos and all that happy hoo-ha-ha. And you can come and hang out with us, or you can check out the videos. You can also go back into my video catalog and see what's going on back there. If you want to cyber stalk me, you can click on more in the description. Everything you need to cyber stalk me. It's fantastic. All right, that's it, guys. That's all I have until I see you again. Stay hydrated. Stay well. I love you. Bye, guys.